Here goes the first attempt. From signing up to your account and getting to your first 5 Andromeda updated performance marketing ads, the time it takes is exactly 1 hour. And this is not fiction. This is not something which will happen in the future. This is happening now. Hi guys, my name is Aditya. I'm the co-founder of 367 Agency, and today I'm here to talk about something really exciting that we've been working on in partnership with Kogo AI. Kogo AI is an enterprise-ready AI platform which helps enterprises do their entire businesses through agentic ecosystems. And we, working with Kogo AI, are setting up all work streams which are related to marketing. The first use case which I want to talk to you about, which is something very close to what we do at the agency, is performance marketing, and specifically creatives of performance marketing. And a few hours back, we started with a brand which we do not work with. The brand is called Liquid IV, which is a brand owned by Unilever. We have no affiliation with the brand. We have nothing to do with the brand. We have no understanding on the brand. And we were able to produce the first 5 Andromeda gate passed, checked, optimized ads in exactly 1 hour. Obviously, going forward, the next batch that you make becomes much shorter because all the setup is done. For the sake of this demo, I'm going to break this up into 2. The first part of this demo is going to talk about the strategy behind advertising, because that's super critical. And in the second subsequent video, which will come to you in a few days, that will show you how the execution really works. What you can see on the screen is the Kogo AI App Store, and if you scroll down, you'll find a multitude of agents and agentic apps which are available. 367 AI Marketing Pro is the app which we have made, which helps you manage your entire end-to-end performance marketing, specifically for D2C brands which are running ads on Google, Amazon, Meta, who sell on Shopify and who sell on marketplaces. So starting from media plan creation to campaign creation, campaign optimization, the analysis, the full stack can be done here. The same thing can happen on creatives, right? So the first use case here is the following. So you simply add the app to your workspace. I've done that. This is an admin account, so there are a bunch of other people who are using this. So my app is slightly more complicated, but here is the app, right? Now, the chat that I'm going to show you is the following. The only input which I had given when it started working was use the brand understanding skill to create the brand understanding document for Liquid IV. And here's the website, right? So I provided the website link as well. And within the user files, you'll find that there's a folder called Liquid IV, which is available. And within Liquid IV, there are a bunch of subfolders which are also available. Now, when you start working with a brand, you want to do the following. Number 1, you want to get an understanding of the brand. Then you want to understand each of their products, understand the nuances of each of their products. The third thing that you want to do is understand what consumers are saying about the brand, what the sentiment is, what are the triggers to purchase, what are the barriers. Then you set up a performance marketing creative strategy. Then you execute that strategy through a creative planner, which is exactly what ads are going to get made in each month. That obviously is linked to budgets, etc., which we will talk about. The last piece is then you write copy and then you deliver the art, right, which is the ad itself. Now, with this prompt, and since I've done this before, I don't want you to wait till this process runs, because you'll see all these tasks were getting run and getting completed. The output through that single prompt is a structured document which builds complete understanding on what the brand is. There's a section on brand identity, name, personality. It also captures legal entity, key details, mission, core belief, tagline, key phrases, founders and leadership profile. They'll give you a little bit of history of the brand, origin story, funding history, strategic investors, what are the implications in case there have been some investors, whatever is publicly available information on revenue, financial performance, key metrics, target audiences, and here's things when things start getting interesting. Core emotional insights, psychographic profile, which geographies, what are the product catalogs like, etc., right? What are the sub brands if they have any? What is the pricing architecture? What messaging, right? What brand pillars and what messaging work? All this is here. Tone of voice, what is the tone of voice which the brand has been using? All this keeps getting captured. What the competition is, it does a little bit of precursor understanding of the competition as well. We do deep dive competition understanding later on, but here it starts giving you some sort of framework already. Key differentiators, key category challenges in India, what is the biggest challenge? And it's saying that in the category of ORS, in which the brand operates in, category education is the biggest challenge, right? And that is the problem that any brand has to solve for. Global competition brands, global references are also captured, how this is getting distributed, what is the customer voice, what are people saying about it, global testimonials, what kind of content is working, what are people saying on their social handles. All this, a summary of all that keeps getting captured. Now, this is a quick reference card. Now, any further work on the brand that the agent does, there is always referencing which is available, which is specific to brand. And this is a standardized brand understanding format, irrespective of the brand that you onboard onto this platform. It will create a similar document. There are not going to be any discrepancies. They'll cover everything which is mentioned here. Now, as step 2, like I was mentioning earlier, you want to understand the product. Here is the product understanding, which is the hydration multiplier. And first it again talks about the brand, then it gets into product. It will also tell you what MRP for 12 pack, 24 pack, is there any differences by flavor, or what is the product positioning, what is the core narrative on the product, what kind of claims it is making, again competition, what is the science behind the formulation, what features and what benefits are there in the product, what usage directions, full ingredient and nutrition breakdown. Then the NFT is captured here, which is also the nutrition fact table. How is the sugar-free variant different? Any sort of allergens and warnings? What kind of packaging do they have? What are the on-pack claims which are available? All of this. This is interesting for anybody who's into creative and marketing, what the hero claim is, what the value claim is, what the health claim is, what the science claim is. All that keeps getting documented, and you get a strategic summary and you get a quick reference card. So now we understand product. The consumer intelligence pack is a super interesting piece. It's a combination of, actually, if you look here, it's a combination of 5-6 separate documents. The input into this is that we took the brand and 3 of its competitors, and we took publicly available reviews that consumers are talking about, and we gave that as the input. In case a brand has primary consumer research, it can also upload that, and it will use that as base. If you wanted to use a combination of primary research and publicly available reviews, it can do both of that. It creates an entire pack where it will tell you what are the triggers to purchase, and this is done at a category level. So for electrolyte hydration, what are the top 10 purchase triggers? Why do people buy? What are the benefits people report of people who have already been users of the product? Pain points at a brand level, at each brand, what do they not like about the product? And these are the competition brands. So Wellbeing Nutrition, Supply 6, Liquid IV is our brand, Fasten Up is again a competition. Here is a short read of the strategy, right? As in which is what is available here. Then what are the buyer archetypes? It also creates archetypes, and we have instructed it to always deliver 5 archetypes, but in case you need more archetypes, it can also start going more nuanced and give you detailed archetypes. For each archetype, it gives you a summary and a description. So you'll find all this information available about the consumer archetypes. Now, defining verbatims. This is very interesting. For the archetype, it also tells you what consumers are actually saying. And then there is a language bank. Language bank becomes a very cool input straight into creative. So what are the hooks which people are using? What are the hooks we can possibly use? What are the top 5 hooks? In case people have objections with the product, what kind of language do they use? So if you want to make creatives which are objection handling creatives, which are more middle funnel, bottom funnel creatives, you can start using this kind of language, right? What does delight look like for the consumer in this? So this again becomes super interesting. What signifies trust in this category? So this is verbatim language which is coming from consumer speak. This is not language that we've crafted. This is not language which the agent has crafted. This is language which consumers are playing back. So there is a lot of value in this information. In case they have anxiety, what kind of anxiety do they have? So that kind of information is also getting captured. And you will find that this is a very detailed strategy pack. There's another process that we use, which we call push and pull matrix. So push and pull matrix basically gives you information, and I'll showcase this to you as well, which is essentially what are the things which are making people go away from the category, and what are the things which get people to transact with the category, right? And this is again based on all these consumer reviews. If you notice this, it also captures the number of reviews it takes. Now, since this was a demo piece, the number of reviews that you've taken is only 200 in total. But in case you want, if you can upload 5,000 reviews, the data will become far more nuanced, right? And this puts together the push-pull matrix. So across all these documents, there is detailed consumer insighting and research which is available. Now, we've understood brand, we've understood product, we've understood consumer. The next thing to do is put together our performance marketing creative strategy. Now, this particular strategy is updated for Meta, and this is linked to the latest Android beta update. It takes care of Android media diversity. All of that is already built into this. So if you look at this document, and I'll quickly run through this document, it covers the brand context, it covers each of the consumer cohorts, what the comparative white space is, what is the tone of voice which you should use for each of the cohorts, what across each of the funnels, what should be the right message. proof architecture, which is RTBs or reasons to believe for the product, what RTBs will work best for each of the cohorts and the funnel matrix. Then it also gives you a tentative creative production matrix, which is saying that if I have to make 50 creatives on this, what should be the first 50 creatives? What would they look like? Again, this is not copy, this is direction on creatives. And I'll come quickly to the creative matrix so that you get a handle on what that looks like. Essentially, think of it like a creative planner. Now here, the Schwartz framework of consumers at different stages. So unaware, problem aware, solution aware. So it incorporates that framework. What messaging angle, what kind of format, what are the hooks you can use, which RTB or which proof will work, what is the hypothesis behind saying that this will work, and what is the creative direction you can possibly take. Now, this entire matrix is available. This becomes a very good starting point when you start building your creative plan for the month. The next step to this is it has a built-in diversity and quality scorecard, which is optimized for Andromeda, and it will tell you it is optimized by format, it is optimized by cohort, it is optimized by messaging angle, it is also optimized by awareness stage. So at the end of this, you get a pass-fail on all of these, and you can test this out yourself. It's essentially the first pass is passed for all of these. Now, this is what you get. It also gives you some messaging frameworks around retention. If you have to build retention pipelines, what should be the messaging and how you should be building this. So what should be the welcome and ritual building messaging, cross-sell and habit deepening messaging, loyal and advocacy messaging. We've also built in a system where it critiques its work and what that critique is, what the revisions were needed, and it gives you a full stack creative strategy for performance marketing. Now this is done. And now we come to the planning phase, right? So the creative strategy is a long-term document. Now we want to execute it at a monthly level. So assume that you're starting advertising for the first time. Your media budget is 10 lakh rupees a month, and ad starts fatiguing at a spend of 1 lakh. Winning ads start fatiguing at a spend of 1 lakh. And your win rate is, let's say, 20%. Which means that 1 in 5 ads will win. And so to spend 10 lakh rupees on performing ads, you need to have 10 performing ads, which means you need to test 50 ads in total. So the creative planner is built to deliver those 50 ads. And that's the brief that we had given. Now, since ad accounts are not connected, and this is a demo test module, we don't have ad performance data coming from the meta ad account, and we don't know exact budgets and we don't know exact plans. Once that number is available, it auto calculates your actual ad fatigue number. It might not be 1 lakh, it might be 2 lakhs, it might be 70,000. It will actually calculate your win rate from your ad accounts and say that, hey, you've tested 100 ads and only 5 have won, so your win rate is 5% and not 20. It will do that automatically once you start linking and stacking up ad accounts as well as the creative pipeline. But for the sake of simplicity and for the sake of demo, we said that, hey, build 50 creatives. Now, the logic is here, which I just explained to you. 10 lakhs of media spend, average creative lifespan is 1 lakh, and 20% expected win rate, and hence you want 50 ads. Now, these 50 ads will be split across funnel. So, and this is assuming that you're just launching this. So it's saying that, hey, from June 1 to June 7, start with the TOF launch wave, right? And these are the ad formats and ad angles it's building here. Week 2 is a middle of funnel layer plus a TO funnel continuation layer. Week 3 is a BOF layer plus it's scaling losers and it's scaling winners. Week 4 is when you scale winners and then you add certain refreshes. Now here again, Andromeda optimized, Andromeda updated, and it tells you this entire diversity map. And you get your 50 ads all optimized for Andromeda. It tells you the coverage matrix, which is what formats, what products, what persona, what funnel distribution, what angles are getting covered, and week by week what that split is like, right? And again, there is a test here. It seems to have passed all of this in the first pass itself. So yeah, from onboarding to your creative plan for a particular month based on your media budget, this entire process is about 45 minutes. In the next round of this video, I'm going to show you what copy the Marketing Pro wrote, and I'm also going to show you the final banner ads that the Marketing Pro made. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you find this exciting. And to sign up, go to kogo.ai, set up your account. To begin with, you get certain credits free. You can add the 367 Marketing AI Pro to your workspace and start playing around with this yourself. Thank you so much, and look forward to sharing the second video with you guys.